Hey Joce, are you cold?
A little bit.
A little bit? My very first target is shiny.
Really?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Alright guys, this is video number 2. We're back at a spot that we've hunted before. Didn't have much luck. Joce and I were doing some research last night, looking at aerial views and trying to figure out where the structure was on this property at one point in time. And I honestly wasn't even going to film today because obviously it's all snowy and wintry and wasn't expecting anything. Today I'm running my E-Track. I'm using two-tone ferrous, no discrimination whatsoever. I'm listening to every single signal that's coming through. So I got into a patch of iron here and started to slow down, and let's take a walk over because my very first target is shiny.
My fingers are cold.
Are your fingers cold? My fingers are cold too, but I think the shiny's worth it though. Let's take a look at what we got here. So you can see right there, she popped out. And first target is a Merc. 1939. Alright, I'll let you know if we get anything else. And let's find some more. Alright, so I'm not sure what this is. It's old, it's brass, it's interesting looking. Hey Joce, are you cold?
A little bit.
A little bit? My fingers are getting a little numb, and I'm wearing gloves today for a change. So let's take a look and see what this is. Maybe you guys know what it is. Looks like some sort of whoosy what's it thingamajigger brass something. I don't know, not sure.
Those things.
One of those things, yeah, exactly what she said. One of those things. So if you guys recognize this curled up ugly mess of brass, shoot a comment below and let me know what you think. On to the next. Alright, I wonder if this is just going to become a trend every place I go, because in video 1 I dug one of these, and now video 2, here's another one, and I actually know what this is, because last time I definitely misidentified it. So let's take a look. We've got a nose ring from a bull, but this one has both halves, and you can see the joint there and where it would have connected there, and this would have been through the nose of Mr. Old Bull Cow, Mr. AKA ribeye, T-bone, juicy meat steak. So that's what that one is.
Don't offend the vegans.
What?
Don't offend the vegans.
I don't want to offend the vegans, but I still like my juicy bull steak. So on to the next. Catch you later. Alright, so 2 tips for digging in the snow in the winter. First, don't eat the yellow snow. Second, dig everything. I'm not doing that today because there is just so much can slaw here, and just chunks of aluminum can. It's just insane. But I got a nice bronze signal. Rang up as a 1230 on the E-Track, and I think it's part of a rosette, or is a rosette. So let's take a look at it. I can see the round shape to it with the attachment on the back. So I'm thinking this might be part of a rosette. But once I get it cleaned up, I'll figure it out a little better, and I'll show you in the wrap up actually what it was or what it is. And if you're seeing something that I'm not seeing and I'm wrong, hey, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. So, got a coin. It's definitely a coin. It's a small copper coin. I don't know if it's going to be a modern memorial or if it's going to be a weedy, but it's ringing up as a 1230 on the E-Track, which is usually 1230, 1231. That can be an Indian head penny. But there is a lot of trash here, and the ground conditions and the snow and all the extra moisture could be throwing off the VDI numbers. So let's take a look at this together before I even wipe the dirt off of it. Let's see what it is and see if maybe we get lucky and it's an Indian head penny. That would be phenomenal. So let's take a look. So you can see the coin right there. Don't know what it is yet. Hopefully it's not just a modern. Ho, it's definitely an Indian. Come on and focus for me. You can see the reverse. There we go. That 1 cent with the shield. Beautiful. So we know we got some old coins here, and it's going to have some nice green patina. This is going to clean up pretty nice. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to focus. So once I clean it up, I'll get a date off of it, but we can absolutely, without a doubt, tell that it's an Indian head penny. There's the reverse. There's the obverse. And we're going to move on to the next one. Hopefully there's some old silver here to go with this Indian head penny. All right, this was kind of a little choppy signal. I could hear the iron grunt going on. And then I could hear a little squeak in between, and the squeak was giving me these, it's like I'm getting all bronze numbers today. So I'm digging all those, especially if they've got any depth to them. So this particular target, I'm glad I dug, and let's take a look at it. It's a little small flat button. Cleaned it off a little bit just so we could see exactly what it was, but there's the shank on the back, and it is tiny. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus. Nothing on the front, and just a tiny little shank on the back. But it's a good sign when there's an old flat button coming out of the ground on a site. It means there's old stuff here, and we want to keep digging. So, catch you on the next one. I'm out detecting with the Smurfs today. La 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 la. Look at that big blue coat. You look like a big blue Smurf.
Covered in mud.
La 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 la.
Stop.
Alright, so I'm going to do a quick wrap up of the quality goods that I pulled out of the ground today. Yeah, well, we have those days. But looks like you had fun.
That's it.
Little Miss Muddy.
That's what matters.
Not every day is a banner day, but for a couple hours I think it was pretty good. We had a good time. Got to give each other a hard time. You know.
I beat you the other days.
You beat me the other day. You did. You definitely beat me the other day. I got to let her have one every quarter, maybe every 6 months, depending on how generous I'm feeling. All right, let's take a quick peek at what I pulled out today. Tons and tons and tons of muddy aluminum cans that sound beautiful when they're deep, but you gotta dig them.
This place is always been full of cans.
Big chunks of iron that sound beautiful when they're deep. Big valves that sound beautiful when they're deep. But it's stuff you gotta dig. You're gonna dig all this trash, and it's not just treasure. But some of the keeper stuff, we got the bull nose ring. My steaky ribeye friend. What I believe to be a rosette. I'll have to clean that up and figure out exactly what it is. This little doodad thingamajigger, what's he call it? Brass, bronze, thing. Tiny little flat button. Tiny little flat button. We got an Indian, and I got a date off of it. I'll clean it up a little better, but it's an 1887. It's going to clean up alright. It's got that nice, beautiful green patina. So, I like that. That's definitely an awesome keeper. First signal, first hole. I wasn't even going to film today, but something said, you got to film when you're digging shiny stuff. So, 1939 Merc. I don't know if it's got a mint mark yet. Nope, no mint mark, which means it was struck in Philadelphia. And on these, the mint mark would be located just down below the fasces, which is what this big candle looking thing is. It's called a fasces. But the mint mark would be down below that off to the side. Your Indian head pennies do not have mint marks unless they were struck in 1908 or 1909 in San Francisco, in which case they would have a mint mark down on the reverse on the bottom. They are semi-key coins. They are good ones to find, but in 1887 they were just struck in Philadelphia, so there is no mint mark on those. So, and this little doodad, I think it's just some sort of brass cap. Not quite sure. I'll clean it up and see what it is and see if it's anything cool, but I just think it's a so. But until next time, dress warm, get ready, because winter's coming, and I don't know how much digging we're going to get to do, but might be a button dump video coming up, just because that you don't need to worry too much. We'll be out in the woods, so maybe we can get some woods hunting in.
Wait,
what do you think?
Before I stop filming, can I just get a shot of your back right now, because it's kind of...
Is it really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does it look like I pooped myself?
Please, just give me a
How bad is it?
Your whole back has all these dirt dribbles all over. I'm gonna have to throw that in the wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna poo on my shoulder. Alright guys, until next time, have fun, stay warm, and find your treasure. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up, everything wiped off, and the piece that I thought was a rosette is definitely a rosette, and it's got some cool design to it. The other piece that I thought was a cap, I actually figured out what that is too. So let's take a quick look. Here's the rosette. But what's really cool is it's got a nice little like basket weave pattern on the inside. I'm not going to try to unfold this because it's just going to snap and break, so it's just going to leave it just the way it is. I think it gives a little character. Mr. Moo Moo's nose ring. I don't know if he was a maybe a millennial or something. It's a good possibility, but this is definitely a bull's nose ring, and it still works, but pretty bent up. This is that piece I wasn't sure. It's all cleaned up. Not quite sure what this would have went to. Maybe some sort of carriage or wagon part, or maybe it's just a piece of horse tack. I've never seen one of these before, so I'm still not quite sure what this piece is. This one here, after getting all the mud and dirt out of it, I thought it was going to be some sort of brass cap, but this is actually where the wick would have come out of the hurricane lamp. So standard hurricane lamp parts on an old home site. I think we've got some potential on this site. And then we've got the coins. We've got a 1939 Mercury dime, 1887 Indian head penny, and a really, really tiny flat button. You can just see, just in comparison to the size of the dime, how small that is. So I'm wondering if that might have been off some kids' clothing. I don't think it's actually a cuff size. I think the grown-up cuff size buttons are a little bit bigger. But no fancy design or anything like that to it. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny little cuff button with the shank and part of it bent over. So, but alright guys, If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more episodes when they come out. We'll be doing one probably once a week, if not maybe a little bit more if I can get out and get some more videos filmed. So let me know what you think, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Always open to ideas for videos other than just digging videos. So if you got some other kind of treasure hunting you like to do, something you want to know about, something I can help you with, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message. Catch you later.
Sit, Julie, sit. Good, Julie.
I just found that piece of the bull nose ring, and I think Pete is after me now. Should we run into the woods? Let's run into the woods. Pete is coming.
Oh my God.